everyone, and welcome back to Rival Stars Horse Racing. Today we're going to be recreating some more Star Stable horses in Rival Stars and then breeding them in a future video. I've already done this once, and I think we did 6 horses, we bred them. You can check out those videos if you want to. In my Rival Stars videos as well, I use the names that you guys suggest in the comments, so don't forget to suggest any names that you have throughout the video. One pops into your head, even if it's just one. Comment them down below, and there's a chance that I will use your name in the next Rival Stars video, which is probably going to be breeding the Star Stable horses we're making today. In another twist, not really, I actually asked you guys on Instagram a few weeks ago. This video has just kept getting delayed. I asked you guys a few weeks ago what Star Stable horses you wanted to see me recreate, so I got some of your suggestions, and I also got just some random ones out of my stable because I wanted to have a variety of brown horses, palominos. People get so mad when I say brown now, like, I'm sorry. I mean like bays, chestnuts, greys, dapples, pintos, blacks, you know what I mean? I wanted to have somewhat of a variety. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got our first horse is a little bit boring, for lack of a better word. Where am I? Okay, sorry, the new thing has changed, and now you have to go into stables and then horse creator to create a horse. You guys saw we're still at Starshine Red. We do have an empty stables because all of our current horses that we've made are over in the pasture. Feeling Frosty is, I believe it's a foal that we bred, but Evie is one of my Star Stable horses. Ollie is Ollie. Now, I'm actually not going to call these horses what they're named in my stable because I want to use as many of the horse names that you guys suggest as possible, but let me know whether you prefer me creating my actual horses with their names, or maybe I should create some of your actual Star Stable horses with their names. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, let's go ahead and create. So our first horse, I don't have a name for. We'll do the name at the end, I think. The Grey Dapple Belgian Warmblood. This one was highly suggested. You guys really wanted the Warmbloods, and I feel like the Belgian Warmbloods look really similar to the horse model in Rival Stars alongside the Thoroughbred horses, just because, you know, they're kind of like your stock standard horse. You know, a Frisian, you can't get Frisians in Rival Stars, although I believe they're looking at maybe creating more horse breeds in the future. Alright, so obviously we need a nice dapple. Honestly, I think it might be a little bit darker than this, but maybe we'll actually find the dapple coat pattern first. This one, as I said, is super easy, and I believe there's only like one dapple pattern. So we have this one, which is dapples. We've got heavy dapples, but I think that one's way too heavy for us. We have powdered dapples, so I guess there's a couple of different dapples. The mini dapples might be, wait, there's so many dapples. I thought this was gonna be easy, but now there's like which one's gonna look the best? Okay, I think we need to go a little bit darker. This one's got too much brown on it. Let's go to the very last section. Here we're gonna have some good options, I think. Honestly, this one here is pretty good. I really like the coloring of this one for now. Let's see. Honestly, I really do feel like any of the dapples are gonna do just fine. Like, a dapple horse is a dapple horse. Cue everyone screaming at me. Okay, I'm torn between whether I like the dapples or quite possibly the mini dapples, although, you know, it's never gonna be perfect. I kind of feel like going for... Cue me spending the most amount of time on this horse. Okay, none of these ones are perfect. I think I might actually like the splash dapples the most, even though I'm not a massive fan of the dapples on the face, because in Star Stable, the horse doesn't really have dapples on the face, it's just grey. But hopefully, because this horse does actually have a little bit of a blaze, it'll kind of cover it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and find a blaze. Let's see. It honestly fades away a lot at the top because it's very light up here on the Star Stable horse. It also really goes over the muzzle a lot. Not quite like that, but this could honestly work. I think I like either this one here, the Husky Blaze, although that does have like that gap in the middle there, which we don't have. So I think I might go for the other one that we saw. The Crescent? No, not that one. Possibly this one here, the Broad Blaze. Now, it's a lot broader than the Star Stable one, but the Star Stable's face is actually a bit lighter, so I think this kind of gives that effect a little bit. What socks do we have? So the back legs, let's do the back legs. The back legs are both pretty high. I would say they're just above, they're probably about a high sock. Isn't there a slightly lower? No, I think we have to do a high sock for the back ones. They're a bit higher than the ones in Star Stable, but I think it'll be fine. And for the front legs, luckily they're pretty identical. Honestly, it might be a full sock or a half sock. I think I'm gonna go for a half sock. I think that's pretty good. Now I'm not sure about the dapple again, you guys. Oh, let's go to the other end of the grays and see if there's one over here that I prefer. Oh, that one's kind of good, but a little bit too light. Maybe, actually. I need some of these dapple patterns, but in, like, inverted. But I didn't think I'd spend this much time. I thought there was, like, one dapple option. I feel like this one's too light, but I kind of like it. Ah! I feel like when they're this simple, it's more noticeable when they're just not right. I think I'm just gonna go for this one. It's honestly not that bad. I think it's not quite right, but I think we're just gonna go with it, okay? Right, at this rate, one horse took me 10 minutes. That means it'll take me an entire hour to make this video. Whoops. Right, so we need to remember that we need 3 mares and 3 stallions so that we can actually breed them all equally. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take a name from Matilda, who suggested the name Ghost. Let's name this horse Ghost, like my Discord moderator. You guys have a brand new Discord server. If you joined, this was like I didn't plan this, but that segue. Okay, now I've ruined the segue. If you guys did join the old Discord server, we actually have a brand new one. So there is a link in the description, and this might have expired by now, but we currently have enough boosts. Thank you guys so much who boosted the server to have a custom URL. So you could also go to discord.gg/justanotherpixel to join our brand new Discord server, Pixel Paradise. I try and hang out there every single day, chatting, things like that. There's a lot of fun things there as well, like custom horse spots and things like that. So if you have Discord, I would really love to see you guys in the Discord server. But let's continue this. Alright, so we have Ghost, he's a stallion, and I'll just keep all the preferences the same. Let's go ahead and buy them straight away. I think that'll cut out a lot of time for me. So let's go ahead and buy Ghost. Oh my gosh, the more that I look at it, the more that I don't think that it looks very good. But I cannot just keep working on the one dapple horse, you guys. I'm so sorry. You guys are like, oh my gosh, that one's not good at all. Maybe it'll look better in this lighting. It looks a little bit better in this lighting, maybe. Oh my goodness. Our next horse is another simple horse though, which I would say thankfully, but now I'm not so sure. And this one is actually one of my favorite horses, the Flea Bitten American Quarter Horse. Now, as I said before, unfortunately we don't have different breeds in Rival Stars, so we are just going to be making a very light colored dapple horse. So let's find some gray colors. Those ones are too warm. We need some cool gray toads with a hopefully gray mane if we can get there. Or it actually depends what the flea bitten coat looks like. So let's go ahead and find the flea bitten pattern. So we probably need a lighter color. Honestly, that one's a little bit too warm. This one here is also probably too warm actually, because they are very much so gray spots. This one here is possibly my favorite so far. Although I must be honest, they are all very, very similar to each other. Honestly, I don't hate this one either. I think I'm gonna go back to the other one that I saw. Hopefully I can find it. I think it was this one. I think it was. And we actually, do we have a head marking? I think we actually do. I think we have a blaze. Yeah, we've got a little blaze. Once again, because this horse does have like a gray coat anyways, it's really hard to see the blaze, so I think I'm just gonna try and find a generic blaze, and I think that'll work. Actually, we need something which once again goes over the muzzle a little bit. Should I use the broad blaze again? Is that like a bit dramatic? Maybe I won't be as pedantic. Maybe we'll do a borderline blaze, because honestly it's only very faintly there in Star Stable. Like, you can only just kind of see it, but now I'm like, the dapples still kind of go over it a little bit in Star Stable. I think that's fine. Let's look at the legs. I believe they only have, oh, now I can't remember, but I believe the front ones have nothing, and the back ones might have something very small, like in a regular fetlock I think would do, because it's very small. Actually, maybe an ankle a little bit higher. I think we need an ankle, because it's just that A little bit there. And I think that this is going to be it. It's not... I think when they, as I said before, when they're this simple, when they don't look exactly the same, it's like, it gets the vibe across. And, oh gosh, I feel like I haven't said vibes in a while because I don't do a lot of recreations anymore. But if you guys know me from my recreation videos, it's not always about being exact. It's just about the vibes. And I think that this is vibing. Maybe a little bit. I think, oh, wait. Can I make it a little bit more gray? I think it needs to be like just a little bit more darker overall. What am I doing? I think I like this one better. Okay, last minute change. And I think we'll make this one a mare. I'll try and go stallion, mare, so that I keep track of it in my head. Okay, we have a name suggestion from Amber, which is to call a horse Harper. And I actually really like that. So we're going to call this horse Harper. Or, because I'm an Australian, we often ignore the R. Is it Harper? Harper. Because I say Harper. Anyways, a mare will keep all of the preferences the same. I did the statistics right. I did. I'm so organized. Let's go into buy Harper. Oh my goodness. I kind of love the buy horse thing. Just like straight in the section. Okay, let's see what it looks like in the game. I don't hate it. It gets the vibe across and that's good enough for me. By the way, I think that my camera and green screen are slightly off-centered, so my arm might be more cut off than usual. But it's too late to fix it now. I've already started filming. Let's move on to our next horse. Maybe we'll have something more spicy this time. What do we have? Kind of. We have one of the newer Pintabians. So, once again, we've got... I think I'm just going to go for a black coat, because we just need a black coat for now. In fact, doesn't this horse might have blue eyes? I think it's got heterochromia or something. What's the difference? Okay, for some reason I thought that the blue eyes were like down this end, but no, I think our best bet at our black coat is this one here. Let's try and find a pinto pattern. This is going to be pretty difficult. It basically only has this part here on the neck black, the ears are black, and there's a little bit on the back legs. So, if we can get that vibe, I'm gonna be happy. Seeing the dapples actually kind of like, I used to like going past the dapples because I was like, oh, dappled horse is pretty. But now that like my dappled horse doesn't look like the dappled Belgian warmblood, it's kind of scary going through the dapples. And I thought that the pintos were scary. Apparently, the dapples are terrifying. This one would work, but I think it's just a little bit too fadey. We need something a little bit stronger. I don't know if we're going to find something now, though. I'm a little bit concerned. Every time I click the button, I get a little bit more scared. I guess it would be cool if you could choose... Actually, oh, I think this one's just a little bit too much. Because I was like, if we put really tall sock on the front legs, we can almost get rid of all of that black on the front legs. We could put a really nice, like, big, bald face on the head to get rid of all of that black. But the black goes over the back and I think it's a little bit too stark. But the twin pinto I will keep in mind. But I wish that you could almost like make it so that you could choose not just the coat color, but the markings color, which I know doesn't really work in real life. But it would mean if I wanted to invert this coat, I could. Because I could make the coat color white and then change the marking color. Anyways. Okay, let's do that bald face thing with this one here. Let's get a nice big bald face. Let's actually look at the face marking on this horse. Yeah, this horse just doesn't have a face marking and it does have that blue eyes. But I don't think we're going to find something with blue eyes. A black coat. I'm not sure. We could do a quick flick through. Yeah, okay. So we'll do a big, nice, bald... Yes, we'll do a bald head. And then the front legs, we need to go as high as possible, which I believe is the high sock. And we'll also keep it at the back and actually... The right leg does have a little bit more black down the leg, so that actually already works really well. Let's also get the front left leg to be a high sock. And honestly, I like that. That worked out better than I thought it would. Unfortunately, the tail is black when in Star Stable it's white, but Rival Stars has its limitations as well. As does every game, they have their limitations. So let's see if we have a black coat in here which has blue eyes. I don't believe there is. I'm not overly familiar with all of the coat colors though, but yeah, I don't think there is one. It would be cool if you could select, actually I think this might be a slightly darker black, I'm not entirely sure, but I think I like this one better, but it still doesn't have blue eyes. As I said, I think it would be cool if we could individually choose the eye color, but like, what are we gonna do? I don't know what the difference between this one and the one we had before is, but this one looks a little bit darker, which I think we needed, maybe. So this is our new Gen 3 Array Pentabian, sorry, in Rival Stars. This one went so much better than expected. Oh my goodness, I'm actually pretty happy with this one. I think this one's my favorite so far. Maybe, you know, I'm always like scared of doing the whole Pinto horse into Rival Stars because Pinto patterns are so specific. But I think because you can't get Pintos perfect ever when you're recreating them unless like there's like intense custom. In fact, you guys, I want to do a Sims 3 video because with mods and things like that, The Sims 3 actually has a super intricate custom horse pattern, and you could probably do like the best recreation of Star Stable horses into The Sims 3. And The Sims 3 is my childhood game. I love The Sims. But because it's like that more intricate detail, it's like people accept the vibes more than it dapples. Alright, so we just did a mare, so now we need to do a stallion. I forgot to double check that it was actually selected to mare last time. Let's just hope this is gonna be a stallion. And your personal French fry has suggested the name Sodium, and I actually kind of like that. I'm gonna name my horse Sodium in Star Stable next, but that's kind of cute. I like it. Let's name horses after rocks and minerals. I think sodium is a mineral, isn't it? Like salt or something? I dropped out of maths class in grade 9. Well, technically I did it in grade 9, but I dropped out in grade 10 because I was allowed to in my high school and I wanted to do film. Alright, we'll keep everything the same and let's go ahead and buy this horse. Yes, please. Let's see. Hopefully it looks just as good in the game. It looks like a Pinto horse. Let's double check Harper. Harper? Oh, thank gosh. Harper's a mare. Oh, close call. Alright, our next horse is another Gen 3 Pentabian. I've actually only taken a picture of the Gen 2 one though, because I don't own the Gen 3 yet. It is on my wish list for sure. I keep seeing people ride this horse and I want it so badly. I think this one's going to be really difficult, but I'm going to give it a go. This one's good if it was a little bit darker, but this one could be a backup, you know? If it's the best of the best, then, you know. This one's also pretty good. This one's pretty good as well. Like, we've got a nice selection here. Ooh. That one's pretty good. I think that's my favorite so far. This one here. I'm just going to go with it for now. Let's try and find something which has those, little tiny spot Pinto patterns. Fear. Absolute fear. Like, it's actually kind of scary clicking through all of the patterns because like I can't remember them all, so I'm like, is there something that's gonna look like this? This one for sure is a backup, but like this one could work. Unfortunately the face isn't quite right, but we can just work around it. Obviously we are definitely not gonna get the uniqueness of both sides of the horse, so this head marking actually kind of replicates the other side of the horse, has a bit more of the white up on its face. Okay, the Whisper Pinto kind of works. We'll keep that in mind. The Whisper Pinto. Honestly, I think I'm happy with it. I think I'm just happy with the Whisper Pinto. Yeah, I think we're back at where I was at the start. So I'm just gonna go for the Whisper Pinto. I need to just select all Pintos because apparently Pintos, I just whack them out easy. The other ones I do not. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a nice blaze. We could do a strip snip. It's a little bit thicker in Star Stable, but I like how this one has it down just the middle of the muzzle because that's what it's like in Star Stable. But we'll look at the other ones. The zip stripe as well is pretty good. It could be a bit thicker. The bald blaze is also pretty nice. I think I'm gonna go for the bald blaze, I think, actually. It's a little bit too thick now, you know, we just can't get that perfect distribution, but it'll work. Okay, let's get some socks on this bad boy. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. Like, I regret myself too. We need to do the left one is as high as we can go, a high sock. Indeed, a high sock is as high as we can go. Unfortunately, the high sock for the front legs in Rival Stars is a lot lower than the high sock for the back legs. So this is as good as we can get. The right leg is probably something like that. It's just below, like, is it called a knee? I need to look at myself, a horse skeleton. So I think I'm going to go for a full sock. I think that's going to be the best effect. And the back legs, the back left one is up close to the knee, but not all the way over. So I think that the full sock's going to be the best. And then, oh wait. The full sock on the back right leg actually looks better. Like, I wish, maybe it's just the angle. Maybe it looks taller from this angle, but it's actually not. But anyways, it's a little bit lower, the right leg, so I think we'll do a half sock. And I actually think that is not perfect. But it's all about the vibes. It's all about the vibes, and I think the vibes are there. So I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it. Let's find another one of your fabulous names. You guys make my job so easy. In the Discord section, in the Discord server, we actually also have in the Star Stable, if you have the Star Stable role, we actually have a section for you guys to suggest horse names for me, and I definitely need to remember to go through that whenever I next buy a horse. I haven't been buying a lot of horse recently. Alright, so this horse, we just did a stallion. So let's do a mare, and this is going to be... I'm probably going to accidentally name a horse the same thing twice, but it's fine. Let's name this horse Crystal by Sadie Beach Stone. I feel like it doesn't quite match the horse, but at the same time, it kind of does. So let's name this horse Crystal. Ooh, it looks a lot different color in the picture for the face. That's the thing with Rival Stars. The lighting is different in every single time you see the horse, it's like a different lighting with different sun. So the horse looks different, and you're like, okay, well, I liked that chestnut in the horse creator, but I don't like that chestnut anymore. So I guess we'll see. Wait, Crystal is commentary friendly?
Crystal.
Epic. That's fun. Okay, let's go ahead and buy this horse. Yes, please. And I'm actually going to definitely double check that I've still got my mares and my stallion straight. Okay, I think I like the color. I think the color's okay in the game. The profile picture is just a funny color, but that's okay. All right, let's go. We've got... Stallion, mare, stallion, mare. So we've got 2 more horses left, you guys. 2 more horses. I really make these videos long by choosing 6 horses, don't I? There's like 400 horses at Star Stable though, so it's pretty difficult to like go slower. Now this next one is very difficult. We've got the stripy. Is it a? I don't know why. Is it a dun? Is it a brown horse? Wow, why do I even like attempt coat colors? But it's got tiger stripes on the butt. I don't think I'm gonna get anything similar to that. In fact, a couple of weeks ago when I was planning this video and I took these screenshots, I'm pretty sure I went into Rival Stars and I flicked through them and I was like, there's no stripes. And then in my head, I was like, there's no stripes. I'm still gonna do the horse. So here we are. We gotta get that that color. It's gonna be a difficult color to get, I feel. For some reason, this one might be my favorite, but it's like not similar at all. It's similar at all. This one has stood out to me the most for right now, even though I think the most stark thing about this is that the mane is not dark, but I just don't think there's one like that in Rival Stars, is there? I don't think I've seen one like that, so I think we might just have to... This horse is gonna be the worst thing, because also, we can't make the markings black. It's just gonna be white because that's how Rival Stars is. And obviously the Jorvik Wild Horse is a completely custom Jorvik horse by Star Stable, so they could do whatever they wanted with it. So, I think when I was planning this video, I was like, I'm gonna just do the Rabicano, because there's stripes on it and call it a day. But now I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's just not similar at all. Like, if people come into the breeding video and they see this horse without seeing the context of this video, they're gonna be like, what horse is that in Star Stable? That's not a Star Stable horse. And I'll be like, well, not really, but like, it's got stripes. Oh man. Oh man. I'm pretty sure that's what I decided. I was just like, I'm gonna just do the belly Rabicano and we'll call it a day. And you know what? I'll probably do that and call it a day right now. What face marking do we have? At least we can attempt that. I didn't take a rearing picture, so the forelock is over. But I believe there's a little something up there. So let's see if we can find a little something up there. Maybe something like the point star? I think it's a thin little star up there. So honestly, this one's kind of fun because it does also have it obviously over here on the muzzle. Obviously, this one's is very thin. You know what? I'm just gonna go with it. this horse is not gonna look the same. So I think if it just like, if the vibe is like at least something. Okay, and I'm also gonna do maybe, let's do an ankle. I think the ankles are the best. And it's gonna be a little bit higher here. So we'll do the irregular sock. Actually, I wanna do it a little bit higher. Maybe the half sock. Yeah. You know, I really thought that the dapple one was gonna be the worst one of the day. But everyone, we have a new winner. We have a new worst horse of the day. Cool. But it's okay because I still kind of like it. I'm gonna go through these coat colors, I think, one more time and just see if there's... Actually, this one's a little bit too light, but at least it's got the black down on the legs. Like, if this one had less, like, red on it, because at least it's also got the black mane. I think that's what I'm missing. We are missing the black mane. Maybe this one, but it's definitely too brown compared to that like Palomino buckskin or whatever it's called. Okay, now we've got some decisions to make because I've been through them all. I think I'm gonna go for this one. I wish that the mane and tail were black as well because I think that would be the best vibe. I'm just gonna go for it. I almost forgot to name this horse. I don't know why. I usually do the name first, but I decided to confuse myself and do the name second this time. I'm a little disappointed, you guys. It's always a little disappointing when you can't do the perfect horse and you end up giving up because like, oh, you've given up. Why would you give up? All right, so we have a name suggestion by Carla. How? I don't know. Carla, thank you for your name suggestions. I think I'm gonna name this horse Salem. Because why not? Because why not? Salem. And let's go ahead and buy this horse. Let's just get it off my screen. I don't want to look at this horse during breeding. Like, it's not good. It's not good at all. That's what I got for choosing the stripe horse. I knew this was gonna be. I even knew because I double checked. I was like, I don't think there's stripes at all, and I still went for it. So that was my bad. Wow, I really decided to just choose a black horse. I really did. Okay, well, our next horse. We haven't even had a bay. I chose a lot of black grey horses. Our next horse is the Black Connemara. Very, very simple, but at least it'll be nice and easy. So let's just get a nice black going. We have got 0 coat pattern, so let's remove this splash white face. And on the head, we've got, I'm pretty sure it's just a blaze. It's just a blaze. It's just a normal looking blaze with a little bit down the muzzle. Kind of like the bald blaze, but let's see what else we have again. I kind of just want to do the blaze, but it doesn't go enough over the nose. The nose. Horse people love me. Also, I really decided that filming 2 videos at 8 p.m. was going to be a good idea, and I wouldn't feel tired, but I'm starting to feel tired. But even if I went to bed right now, I still wouldn't fall asleep until like 3, 4 a.m. So I guess this is the life I'm stuck with. I'm going to do the stripe snip, the stripe snip, because it goes down the nose and I don't think we've used it, so let's be a little bit different than the other horses we've seen. The front 2 legs have nothing, so let's go ahead and change those ones, and the back 2 legs are just above the ankle, so I think we might do either an ankle or an irregular sock. What about the irregular ankle? Isn't there an irregular ankle? Okay, well, I'll just do the irregular sock then, and ta-da! Honestly, that's pretty good. From the side, that's pretty good. Perfect. Maybe not perfect, you know, nothing's perfect. And I believe we have a final mare, and we're gonna name this horse Belle, and that reminds me of Belle from the Saddle Club, which is beautiful, but this one doesn't have an E, it's just Belle. Oh, and that one is by Zoe Masuni. I'm really bad at names, I'm sorry. Zoe, thank you for your name. This is Belle. Let's go ahead and buy Belle. There has been lots of up and downs in today's Star Stable recreation, but at least we ended on a good note because where can you go wrong with a black horse with a blaze and 2 socks? Let's go. I'm just still so upset about like the stripe about Salem. But I did that to myself. I full knowing that there was not stripes, little black stripes in Rival Stars. I chose that. So we started off, oh, let's actually get a nice full half view. This one's not the greatest. I wish that, no, I think I chose the right blaze, right? Just because it needs more like white on the face anyways. We have our Dapple Belgian Warmblood. We have our Fleet Bitten American Quarter Horse. Honestly, you can really go wrong with this one. I think the only thing that looks super different is just the fact the horse model, I suppose. We have our Black Pentabian, and honestly, I'm super happy with this one. Like, I don't think it could have gone better. We have our other Pentabian, which looks a little funky in this lighting. The coloring is not the greatest, but I'm also quite chuffed with this one as well. We have, we don't talk about this one. And we have our Connemara. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, I hit the microphone. Definitely let me know some more name suggestions in the comments below, because we're going to be breeding all of these horses together in the next Rival Stars video, and I'm going to need some full names. Let me know also what Star Stable horses we should put into Rival Stars next, so that we can breed them. If you are interested and you didn't see my first one, then on the screen right now is going to be, probably not going to point to the right ones, but there's going to be making Star Stable horses and breeding Star Stable horses in Rival Stars with completely different Star Stable horses in the game and everything. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all next time. Bye!